Hi, I'm Anke Borchers and I present the work exploring shape designs for soft robotics and user associations with them. For this I worked together with my colleagues Ekaterina Nedorubkova, Voelker and Borchers from Aachen University. Soft robots use flexible materials and structures that move in natural and organic ways and tend to be safe of human-robot interactions. They can carry out some tasks which robots cannot, and are often better accepted because their natural movements are closer to what humans are used to from everyday life. However, their potential has not been fully explored yet. That's why we wanted to understand how users interpret their shape designs and their movement mechanisms. Hence, we developed 36 shapes in brainstorming sessions with users and tested them in a user study. We categorized all sketches by the sketched movement mechanism that was provided by the participants in the brainstorming sessions, and ended up with 6 categories seen on this slide: expanding and elongation, extruding, compression, twisting and rotation, waving and bending. For investigating our research questions, it was crucial to provide a simulation of the shape's movement during the user study. We used Autodesk Maya and its animation mode for this purpose. What you can see in the video is a shape in its start state, from half actuation to full actuation and all the way back to its start state. We did this kind of video for all the shapes that were designed in the brainstorming sessions. In the user study, we investigated user associations with shapes and movement mechanisms, and their ideas for applications for these soft robots. We had 18 participants, and each of them had to start by watching a simulated shape movement video of each shape. Then they had to discuss 2 questions with the investigator. The first one about associations with real-world objects, and the second one about suitable application scenarios they had in mind for the soft robot. Then participants filled out a questionnaire, and finally we asked them to sketch a modification of the shape design if they have any in mind. This slide shows an excerpt of the shapes that we showed to the participants. You can see each shape in its start state, its half actuation and full actuation. We made the following observations in the user study. Users associate shapes with marine life, possibly because the smooth movement reminded participants of swimming or floating in the water. Also everyday objects, likely because we try to connect new shapes to objects we already know. For applications, tube-like elements are mostly likely to be connected to medical applications. We derived the following considerations for shape change designs. Design daily devices for more than one use case. For example, a screwdriver that can change from crosshead to slotted. Also, it's important a low level of detail design but clear affordances, for example, a door handle with spikes indicating if someone can enter the room. And design clear signifiers to indicate possible motion, for example, arrows indicating movement directions. Thank you for listening.